It wasn't a problem at all.
Yeah, the T side of Furia is very scary when it comes to Inferno. We don't call Vinferno that name for no small reason. Vinferno can do a lot of damage when it comes to this map and his abilities in general. But remember last time, Furia, so control up towards Banana. G2 respected it and didn't challenge so much. Will OG have the same kind of idea?
Well, I guess if you're OG, you had a little bit of a blueprint right there. You could watch the game against G2 and realize how they lost and how they won rounds. Right now, we see a rotation being in. Look at this. Look at the stack from OG, James. They have 4 players, 4 defenders already on the B side. Flash is coming through. Again, Furia going in for the CT spawn aggression. K-Serrado finding 2. Alexi strikes back, but they don't know about the 4th player. They have no idea about Valde. He comes in now out of the shadow. 1 kill, 2nd kill for Valde. It's a huge pistol for OG so far in a 2v1 situation, and he gets it. The stack works out for OG.
That is how you play into the handoff, the smart game there. You saw it. Furia looking comfortable, thinking, oh, we got these couple of kills, we can walk in. And then they've just realized there's more bodies and more bodies.
I mean, there were 4 there. How do you expect that?
Yeah,
how can you possibly
never be ready
that?
for that?
I think it's a case where the triple stack on the B side is not too crazy to see. But as soon as you dispatch of Alexi, which is hiding behind Dark, Valde becomes invisible. There is no way you're looking for a 4th player. So OG, they had the read and they had the headshots. Good job from Valde as well at the end.
Already a tech pause after the first round.
Good, it's giving me time to breathe again. That pistol started fast. And no time to drink my drink. Oh, let's go.
You've embraced the full commentary moment. You're even commentating on what you're doing.
It's part of life now.
Outside of the game. It's become this thing.
I've been Mario thinking, okay, I'm gonna switch the light on now. Oh, I'm gonna put some music on.
Is this you in your apartment? Just talking to yourself?
You don't see my apartment, right? No, not from your room. You don't see me dancing around and having music on.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's a whole spectacle.
We need a maniac cam.
We definitely don't need that. We really don't.
I want it.
Look at this. Valde dancing around the pillar. That's really nice.
This is exactly what you need from a player like him, though, right? We were talking about it. He dropped off a fair bit when he went to go IGL, and now he's come back. He doesn't have to IGL in this team, but he is this really nice, good player who will try and do everything. He will believe he can do everything, but maybe I just want to see him be the star. Maybe I just want to see him be that amazing Valde that used to get me so excited all those years ago.
See, that's the key. Are we satisfied with Valde being well-rounded, good enough, here, consistent? Are we satisfied with that?
I think that's limiting his potential.
I know.
I don't think we saw enough yet.
Like I said yesterday, I think Valde is maybe suffering from the fact that he's so versatile, and then he gets to do these shadow roles because he can do it. And it's not something that every player can do to the extent that he is doing, so he ends up in these positions and he gives space to other players, which I can only, recommend or approve of. But then when you have his talent, sometimes you just want to see him pop off and take over.
Yeah, because just because he can do it doesn't mean he should do it.
I know.
You could get another player to fill that role. You're not going to get another Valde.
These shadowy roles. They're part of the equation in Counter-Strike. Equally as important as, just fragging all around.
Ooh, now this is interesting. So Furia is still forcing. They got 1 AK alongside it, but they didn't get the plant down right. So this isn't going to be as good as what they've previously had. But still, for the CTs, the weaponry is not amazing. We've only got a FAMAS and an M4. The rest are going to be the MP9s in play. Already, though, I'm liking this from OG. Even though you're going up probably against some forced weapons here from Furia, you're taking some aggressive angles. You're pushing down Banana. You want to challenge them at their own game.
We've seen what can happen to G2 when you allow Furia to have under control from the get-go.
Yep.
And that got ugly. That got ugly real quick.
Nico was not having a good time yesterday on Inferno.
Furia won rounds base of headshots. They won round base of strategies. So it's a whole problem in itself. We see OG deciding to take control very early on. Still quite a stable situation.
Yeah, nothing too much really going on. Just OG have gained that control. Valde can sit in a comfortable position wherever he is. No pressure going to come out from Furia just yet. They poke their way up mid. Now MBK will hear this. He wants to poke on it, but he goes up against the AK. Takes a fair amount of damage as well. Just forced away from the position, though.
Yeah, this is just pressure. The plan from Furia always has been to go back to Banana to wait that smoke. If Valde falls right now, there's going to be a huge problem. He spots them, decides to stay. He's got backup behind him. Alexi could flash for him. That's the flash. But no, Valde has to retreat.
Smart. I like that. He doesn't take the risk too long. Doesn't stick around to try and fight him. Now Alexi will play off the smoke, and he'll be the close quarters man in action. Furia just seem to want to bust this and go for it with time not massively on their side. They do need to go sooner rather than later. The mollies go up. No one else is going down just yet. Alexi B strikes, and he's able to do so much damage. It's a clean-up here for OG. Beautifully played. They were on the money. They knew what was coming, and that is how you understand what Furia are going to bring to the table, and that is how you deal with it.
At a splendid hold coming out of OG, and it starts with Alexi B in that pesky corner with the MP9. Probably the best way to utilize that weapon if you think about
Definitely.
it. And clearly Furia did not have a dedicated player to clean it up. So good job from OG. They withstand the risk of the force buy coming out of Furia. 2-0 now in the lead. Will very likely face Glocks because no bomb plan came through. It's the way you want to go about it.
You know what? We always get these games at the beginning where some nice rounds, some good action, and then they just pause.
They just give us time to get in the rhythm. They give time to the people at home to make the tea or whatever they want to have, get in the zone.
Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme.
Exactly.
One thing though, I want to see this man some more. Good old Henny. This is where he's one of my favorite AWPers to watch on Inferno, because you don't see too much, especially on T side, to come out of it. And he is one man that can do it on any situation.
Yeah, he's the whole package when he's feeling it. He's got the close quarter ability as well.
Yeah, that's
but
it.
He will also hit the easy shots from long distance, which is usually either or when you think about snipers at the top level, but he can do it all. And he's got that fiery element to him, which makes him very likable, I feel like, you know. One of these players that's so invested. Alexi B is going to go with the mow down, probably. A lot of damage being put down. Valde strikes it on 2, and that nade is money. And that is it. Third round on the board for OG.
Super simple. No problem at all for OG to deal with all of that. They find themselves in a very comfortable position. I love OG's sweater here on MBK.
Sorry,
He's gone full Christmas already.
Vibe.
What's the date?
Today?
Yeah.
We are on the 10th of December.
Oh, man. Think, because we're living in apartments.
I know.
No Christmas tree, nothing.
But when we go back home, then it's going to be like, wow, Christmas is everywhere. But for now, what's everywhere is Counter-Strike. With the first gun round for Furia. Manto trying to get the peak, but the flash, the protocols are good. And
That
look
was
at this
close.
space being taken instantly by Art.
I like this from MBK as well. He's going to push up in apartments.
Oh, God.
He's got backup. Yuri's able to get it. Issa trying to strike. They do just trade out, though. That's a positive in there. Issa needs to be careful, and he is backing away already. The spam goes out towards him. He gets tagged up, but he will be able to escape out of this one. Furia looking to regain that control that OG wanted to force out in the beginning parts of the round.
They've missed the window of opportunity now. Furia have to realize that OG has time to reposition.
Yeah.
There was a couple of seconds where it could have happened.
Oh.
He just spots one player repositioning, but can't strike on it.
Mantu, he wants to change the game. He wants to bring some... Oh, he doesn't expect that, though. Heavily tagged up as well. Not put down, but the pressure's going to be applied. They smell the blood and they want to deal with it. It's a back and forth for now, but OG, they're in a good position. Art is already low, and Valde comes in to take down K Serato. Plant going to go down, and they can just swarm him. They can overwhelm him. Really well done. They gave him no time to get off of that. No time to potentially take another body or get another kill in there, and they'll be able to save Mantu's AWP over.
The first kill from Valde seals it all. I mean, his second kill technically in the round, but as soon as he wins a duel against the headshot position, that is it. It's a 2v1 against the blocked Art on the side. And I like it from OG. You know, they come in here with an idea. They want to push early on with that double man apps squad, and as soon as they realize they go for the 1-1 trade, they reposition. They had a quick turnaround from the CT spawn players as well, joining forces with them on A. I wonder if Furia is going to realize that, because OG, they were very fast at abandoning the B side completely.
Quick rotation.
It's a little bit out of the meta. So if you are, that's one of the secrets that you have to uncover in this house.
Right now, though, Furia, they do have a buy. Not the greatest amount of utility. And look how much damage has been done early on here. They're holding Banana really well. Valde and Alexi B, they're doing great work of applying pressure back towards Furia.
Yeah, tremendous damage being applied early on, and that forces Furia to slow down just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the utility situation for OG. It's good enough. And look at this, the read. Manto is joining the party. He's going to be here on time. That's going to be a triple city setup to hold that B execute.
Furia love a B push. 2 players already low. Mantu has come across. OG are in a good position to defend once again. And Valdi, well, it's no problem at all for him so far. He's still sticking around to fight, but will he stick around too long? Oh, that's really nice from Mantu. He finds Vinny, who tried to sleep through and go towards CT spawn. He's picking up more kills as well. And Furia, they're not even fighting. They're just dying. Every single one of them wrecked. I don't think I've seen Furia be that lost in a B push before.
They have no say in any round so far. The 1v2 from Art was the closest they've gotten in the last 5 rounds. But here again, it's OG coming in with the reads. Mantu rotating on time. You could see how Mantu was only waiting for Vinny as well. He's the 3rd sniper. He's waiting at the entrance of Ruin to grab that ever so important kill. Vinny could have turned it around. And everyone is shining for MG right now. They have the utility damage early on.
Yep.
They have Valdez stepping up massively. Mantu with the good reads. Everything is looking great. 5-0 lead.
You love to see it if you're an OG fan. There's another pause comes in for the moment. We just need to see Furia get that 1 round though, don't you? That's when things really change.
They're really good at making 1 round count for 2 or 3.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as they find an opening, they will exploit it to the maximum ability. But so far, there's no opening being given by OG. I just want to say as well, I was wrong in the pre-show. I talked about NBK on the B side, but they have changed around. I missed that one. Now, NBK is actually playing towards the A side. Yeah. It's Alexi and Valde. It's a really great hold. I think that was the case for a while now. I just, in my brain, I didn't update the situation. So mea culpa on that one. Good flash.
NBK's fighting out here. It is against the pistols, and he is going to get overwhelmed. And actually, Mantu, he's pushed around. He's forced back. Now it's Issa. The rotation's coming in from Banana, though. They're trying to get the flank on go, and more utility down.
I mean, look at the timing again. 2 rotations ever so fast. I don't think they can see Valde come in if Alexibi gets activated just a little bit. Alexibi just has to fake, but he changes his mind. Valde will make his position known, and that's going to give time to Alexibi to come from long.
Caterado could be huge here, though. Sat within Graveyard. Instantly, Vinny waiting for it. Alexi still wants to try this for the moment. Maybe looking to just do some more damage. He's tucked away.
Damage is the name of the game for Alexibi. If he can get 2 of them, it's going to be enough to make sure they have to rebuild. Taking their sweet time. Maybe all 3 of them. Oh my god. Alexibi with the first one. Can you get the AWP out of the end?
Oh,
yes,
wow. That was huge from Alexi. They all ran past him. They expected him to be saving. And it is an unconventional saving spot, and he made it work. The damage they needed to be done to Furia makes it very costly, especially in a round where they won it with pistols.
At least they won't just run away with 5 guns saved and creating like a huge economical tsunami. Furia will still have to invest.
Economical tsunami. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm trying to get poetic at times, even though it's not my strongest suit. In French, I could, not in English, but you gotta take risks sometimes. Now, Furia, they have unlocked the situation by playing the B side. Henny strikes in with the AWP now.
That was a scary first pickup there. Valde had not been challenged in that way thus far. And OG need to be careful of overextending. They're now falling back to positions. They're looking for the backup. Mantu goes in to land the shot, but again, it's players jumping in front of him. MBK spraying it out, but Mantu has already fallen back. It's just going to be down in the pit, but this could be easy for Furia to bust in. They can do the wraparound as well. And Alexi, he's pushed all the way down Banana. He's not even in the B site. Furia can just waltz their way in.
That's the read from Furia right now. They need to figure out where Alexibi is. As soon as they realize he's Banana, they can just take the site and that's it. They leave 1 lurker towards the CT spawn and then they have full control. Do they have a smoke to play with? They don't, so they're going to use the flash. Alexibi is hearing all that. Surprised to see no reaction coming out of the rest of OG right now. It's all going to be on Alexibi.
Not planting default either.
That's it. That's the round.
That's what they were waiting for. I guess they weren't rotating to see what Alexi was going to call off the back of what he was seeing and hearing. Maybe if he took down the bomber and can take a fight, there's something that OG were going to play off there, but this is the smart call.
No, that's an interesting T side from Furia we're seeing right now, because if we go back to that G2 game, the domino effect very clearly started with Banana being lost by G2. That was the first step, and then Furia, they accumulated, again, credit and trust towards Banana, and then they faked it out. Now we have a Furia that have realized that early on, bracket towards A is actually on for the taking. Frustration.
Real frustration. I just realized that's an OG Christmas one as well. I'm going to talk to Vladdy. I need that.
Need all the merch.
Send it my way.
So what's the call if you OG now? You've just lost bracket twice. You had 3 players holding in. Furia had looked really, really fierce the way they take it. Smoke to the left, couple of flashes, they just take it together. Wolfpack mentality. How do you counter that?
And this will potentially be the last buy for this if they can't get the win here, and then they've really allowed Furia to get back in. Ooh. Mantu needs to come online. Mantu needs to be off the challenge. He's had a couple of missed key shots now. And MBK, you saw that frustration on the camera. He was really not happy about that. He went in for the challenge, he missed the spray down. Furia, they're just forcing their way in again. It's a 1-for-1 trade. The CT's now on the site. MBK, he's ready. Shoots up towards apartments, but he's instantly jumped on. They're still trading out though. They're still making it work. But this is going to be hard now for OG to push in. Plant's going to come in. Plenty of utility being used. And Art, well, he's staying aggressive. He's just staying to spam through the smoke.
Mantu's going to Molotov the site. That'll force a reaction. We have 2 Furia players being blocked in flames. Is Art burning? He's staying alive somehow.
Wow.
That got scary for a second.
Yeah.
The problem for OG is that they all coming from the same angle. They are all coming from long.
Look at Art, again, in a smoke.
I even wonder if they're going to try it. I wonder if OG is going to try it. They're going in for it. They're going in through the smoke with Flash and James. It's all on. Art is playing in the smoke. He's hiding behind him. They got no idea. Kesarado finding Alexi B, and that's the timing for Art to strike. And there we have it.
That is where you always have to be careful. If there's a smoke and you're playing against Furia, just spam through it. If you're going to rush, just take a shot. You need to just put 30 bullets into the smoke just in case. Art could be somewhere there.
You talked about it when you were casting the trade game for Furia.
Yeah.
On Kesarado, the spacing. And it's probably one of his strongest attributes as a player, because we don't often talk about Kesarado's entry kills, for example. But if you look at the spacing he takes and his trading ability, it's fantastic. Honestly, it's
He's
fantastic.
quick, right? He's on the money when it comes to that.
It's like a, what's it called? Like a hit-seeking missile, right? As soon as he got information, I was like, okay, I got you.
There, hi,
that's it.
There,
one is symmetry, bam. One is big hit, bam. He's really quick to trade, which is why I think it's great that Furia are using him as a second wave. I don't want him to go first. I want him to be able to do that mission, that trading frag.
Sure, coming on to that, I was so happy that we never lost Kesarato to MIBR. Like, remember when that came around? Was it 2 years ago now?
Yeah. I have a really hard time with like
Concept of
chronological
time.
order,
Yeah,
the concept of
to
time.
Counter-Strike time, right? It doesn't feel like a year's gone by.
It's very
It's
relative.
been like 3 years.
It's very relative.
So pistols and 1 M4 for OG on this round.
Finally, they've been broken. Financially speaking, at least. I think mentally, they're
They had
pretty much
such
in the
a
game.
buffer though.
Yeah, but this is where Furia is actually, you know, like I was talking about, more than one-dimensional. They have been able to unlock the situation, taking more than just banana control, and now they go back to it just to keep OG in the dark.
I like this though from Furia. They're going to be careful. They have a good idea that the money could be bad, and well, that's a good poke indeed. Valde may land the headshot with the M4, but that's the rifle taken out of the equation. He was pushed up on apartments. This is going to try strike, but he's pushed back. There's the shots he needs to land. He still wants to hang around here for now. Art thinks he's pushed in. They think they can hunt him down, but Issa, he's actually got all the way around them. Oh, they're going to check it. Vinny, you're so smart.
You have any other thing you want to tell me that I don't know already? Vinny is smart. Is that what you're doing? Opening or bursting through open doors?
They thought he ran away into the site. Art chased him down and they realized, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
And Inferno strikes again.
I think it was one of the points we brought out at the desk when we talked about Furia and saying, you know, if your weakest quote-unquote element is Vinny, which, by the way, I think is arguable, but if your weakest link is Vinny, then you really, truly are in a good situation. And I can't believe no one is really using the Veni Vidi Vici joke with Vinny. I think there's so much to do with it. Come on, guys. Latin. Is Latin dead? Or is just taking a long nap?
As the school system gets worse around the world, people get more stupid.
Do you still learn Latin?
No.
Can you do that in the UK?
No, they don't do that anymore.
You can. I think you can do that
Maybe
in
if you
high
went to like
school
a
in Switzerland.
private or posh school. Definitely not where I'm from.
I think it's still an option in Switzerland's high schools to have Latin. I think we can argue the use of it.
All they were trying to do in our school was making sure we attended and stayed alive. They were the key aspects.
God, I
Like
cannot
real-life
relate to your
Counter-Strike.
situation. So. I came from a very, how can I say, quiet city, like small little city, more cows than people. Everything was
Really?
nice. Yeah. You know,
Oh, wow.
in the countryside of Switzerland.
Do you know what? As a city boy, I would love that. Like, people always go, oh, I'd love to live in the city and all this good stuff. And I'm like, it's great, but like when you've done it from the very beginning of your life, you kind of don't want that bustle and bustle.
To raise kids, I think it's fantastic where I was born. But when I was 18, I couldn't wait to get away and go to the cities and see the, I don't know, the shopping, the museums, the cinemas, the clubs and everything. I couldn't wait for that.
Imagine that being your norm since like the day you can just do anything.
I know. I know.
But right now we actually have a game on our hands, Maniac, because Furia...
That was just the end of the eco round.
Yeah,
that
didn't matter. But, I mean, we got a game on our hands because Furia are fighting back. It looks so good for OG in these opening 5 rounds. They look like they had their kind of good idea of how to deal with Furia, but that did mainly come off the back of Alexi B and Valde. Now the A site has been abused a couple of times. They're finally finding some success of actually breaking up into it, but this is the man I want to see do some serious damage. Mantu needs to be able to capitalize on these situations. When he's given opportunities to take shots, he's been missing them. Now's his time to strike.
I talked about the answer for OG, and you can see they started with 4 players on the A side in the first 10 seconds. Finally now, Mantu is actually being called back.
Ooh, we're swapping it up.
Towards the B side. And you could use the AWP to retake information.
Yep.
That's one way to go about it. Furia, they just waited patiently the first 30 seconds to make sure no one was pushing them, and now it's going to be a bracket fight once more. So there's a lot of players for OG. It starts up with MBK, good trade for Missa, and they have stabilized the situation now. Art, Henny actually going in with the AWP, finding Valde. Such a huge target to put.
Still winnable here for OG, though, for sure. Again, it's going to be Mantu, though. To swap around in positions. Okay, Serato's going to have the backup of Henny. The smoke's going to go down. This might give Mantu an opportunity, though.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he gets smoked off. It's
That's
like
the usual.
So unfortunate. Mantu now has to reposition. Both angles are crossed off.
And this is terrible for Furia, for OG because they have to make a choice.
Yeah.
But I think Alexi B might have found the gap in the Matrix. They don't know about him. He's got to go for the second kill. But Yuri bests him, and that's it. The end of the round for OG. I thought Alexi B could just save the day.
Furia have no problem with the clock being low and still charging onto a site, right? They will play even down to the last 20 seconds, and if they know we've definitely got this site, go. And that's it. It does pain me at sometimes when you see 3 seconds and it's going and you get nervous. I know. You get nervous, but there's a method to the madness with these boys.
It's really high risk, high reward when you play the last 10 to 15 seconds. And I also think you need to have everyone on your lineup being certain that what you're doing is the right call, because you cannot have any doubt.
No,
you think about the pathway and how you're going to the side. You cannot just, second guess yourself and take it easy, 2 steps back, 1 step forward. You cannot do that. You have to go in all in, buy into the project, find the kills, and then you can afford to play the 15 seconds.
Obviously, you played it in Go, but at least back in my day, it was on 1.6. If you get to 30 seconds or less, you would just go to the site you agreed on. No matter what would happen, you would take that fight because there was too much risk in it. How did you guys play? You did something similar?
I guess so. What we try to do is we try to have a decision made by 50 seconds, where we would go. Because, again, deciding by 50 seconds gives you a little bit of leeway to react if you're making the wrong decision, if you just realize there's stuck against you, so you can pull back. But I think Astralis, for example, our team that have pushed it to the limit, like falling back of side with 20 seconds left, if they realize they can still do it. But it's a dangerous game, and it cannot allow for any mistakes. There's no room for error, no margin for error if you do it. But for OG, what used to be a very comfortable lead is now tied to 5 apiece. 10 rounds into this game, and Furia are on fire.
And sadly, there's not too much in this round for OG. Oh, again, drops the smoke down. He's going to be overwhelmed with pistols potentially. Oh, he doesn't spot Issa. Throws out the molly. They do just see each other, but he can't get the shots landed. A nice bit of damage done. And Mantu will find Vinny. That will give him an extra gun. No one's there to jump on where Vinny's body was. But Art is playing it sneaky. He wants to stick around. Will he expect the player, though, to his left? Oh, now he'll know.
He's going to get caught. That's it. And it all is on NBK with the 5-7, I believe, hiding in.
Seen him.
But see, the bomb is actually going somewhere else. So Valde is getting baited right now, but how could they know? It's on Tormento with the AWP, and Henny strikes in. Furia, they just make you lose your mind. I talked about it.
You can't understand what's going on unless you're in their heads. And it's hard to get in their heads.
It's the space they take on the map, and you do not know how many people they have left in that position.
But it's like, Art was the only one that showed his face in apartments. Yuri's behind him and did nothing the whole time. So if they were ready to push on it, right, if Art decided let's go, they probably both would have pushed onto it and been completely... Like, you can't understand what's coming next.
If you don't actively retake information, if you don't try and start to push early on in the round, because they take control, you do not know, is it 3 players behind that door or is it 1 player? It's like you playing one of these old games on TV, right? You're going to open up door number 2 and you don't know what's behind it. It's the same with Furia. They have it under control, they have bracket control, and you have to make an educated guess. How many players did I hear? How many flashes did I hear? Where are they? And they are so good at keeping you in the dark, not knowing what's up. I agree with you. The second you see Art in apartment, that should be a huge tell. You should think that Furia will play the A side. You have Art in the apps, but actually no, the rest of them just went back to B. They cover the tracks really well.
It's like someone sneaking around, yeah, and you're trying to follow what's going on, but they're just erasing their footsteps as they go along the map. There's no paper trail being left behind. You're looking for clues on the floor. You're like, okay.
Sherlock Holmes type. There were 2 people here. The train left 10 minutes ago.
There was 1 smoke and 2 flashes. I think they were thrown at the same time.
Art,
oh no, it was a heart. He did it
again.
all.
Look at this. He's again in apps, but this time around, I think they've got the setup. I think they have the perfect setup to punish him, and there you have an easy kill from NBK. Will they know about Yuri? He's been spotted now.
Yeah, he gave away his position on that one. He wanted to try and get the refrag in. Wasn't possible, but they played off the information. They now know 2 players are there because Issa also showed his face. So we actually do see OG down in that 5v4. No, sorry, up in that 5v4, should I say.
Oh my god, Alexi B's alone. If Alexi B falls now, Vault is out of position to help him.
Was it OG that was bad on the 5v4 as well that you mentioned?
On the CT side, yes, they had a lot of trouble with that. But Alexi B is doing everything correctly right now, dancing in the smoke, but these 2 kills make a huge difference. But Vinny, he just turned it around. Vault had all the time in the world to hide. And now they can play that 2v3.
And 2 are rotating over to B. Furia still want to push up for it. Serato's going forward with an AWP in his hand. Oh, MBK getting the tag up. He's going to plant for safety. Mantu's on the hunt, though. He's looking for it. MBK's dealt with the first. Vidi would have to come up huge here. He's already found the 2 kills. And that's all he'll get for now. Much better round coming out from OG there. Certainly wasn't comfortable for him, but they made it work. All comes off the back of Alexi B being able to hold Banana so well.
Yeah, he did a great job. Finding the first kill, putting down the smoke, repositioning. Grabbing the second one is basically luxury. Then I'm not exactly sure I agree with Valde retaking Banana as well. I felt he was better off just staying behind and guaranteeing a kill. When Vinny finds the second one, things could have gone horribly wrong, but that was a good round from MBK as well, finding the early kill and then closing the situation on B. Good job by Nathan. Here, very aware of the situation, very aware of the risk as well. He knows Kesarado has to peek. It's a 2v3, so Furia have to take some control, some initiatives, and he was ready for that. Good job. 6-6 now. Ow.
Art's going to be the one with an AWP alongside Henny now. So double AWP set up T side. With Furia, it's probably the one team where I make an exception and say, okay, why not? Your face doesn't say so, Reddit.
I'm thinking about it. I'm considering the situation. I guess because Art actually pushes the limit of being aggressive and he finds way to open space that we didn't really think about. I'm ready to give it a go. I still think it's a very hard map to maneuver with double AWP. It doesn't give you the speed and the pace that you need to apply pressure if you find a kill. Oh, that's a good nade. That's a beefy nade onto Vinny.
Alexi wants this. If they decide to push on it. Throws down another smoke. It's going to buy him potentially some more time, but it says Furia still. You may think you have time. Doesn't quite work out. Alexi fighting off for it. Decides to move back. He knows he's got the advantage, and that's what he wants to hold on to. MBK's there to back him up as well. Oh, this could be a huge pick. If Mantu finds this one, he knows. He senses it. He takes down Kesarato, and it's all falling apart for Furia. As they start to work their way up Banana. Valdi's come back over already, and Mantu. Oh, he goes in for the shot, but Art, just as the smoke landed, he's tapping away with a Glock. He's actually still tagging up Valde as well. Furia, they never stop fighting. They never give up, and Art's doing it again. Surely not like this. Maybe doesn't expect the player to his left. He's ready and waiting for it. Oh, he's got an idea. If Art can pull this off. Surely not. It's all going to be waiting on the timing.
Look at the timing of that smoke. It's going to be huge. OG now cannot retake through ruins. They have to take the risk.
Oh, he's baiting
go
them.
through spawn.
He's making the sound cue. He's baiting them for some extra information.
He just won it with utilities. He won it with utilities.
That's huge. They're so scared of pushing through smoke.
That's
the incendiary grenade down as well.
What a huge run from Art.
How does he pull this off?
I mean, it starts with the kill he finds onto Mantic through the smoke.
Yeah, that was just ridiculous.
Just basically predicting the angle he might be on, and then that second kill. I don't even know if it was a quick scope or some sort of magic that was. And then he waits and waits to put down the
Here
smoke.
we go. Look, so the smoke's only just blooming. He spots him. He spots him first. He gets that. Still a beautiful shot because Mantu had the drop on him. This one, though, look at this. Oh. Valdi's like, what?
Surely that cannot be legal. There's something we can do. There's some course of action.
Oh,
but then again, the way he holds ruins and pulls the trigger on the smoke with only like 15 seconds, 20 seconds to play with.
Was that 3v5? 3v4?
It was a 3v5.
Wow.
It was a 3v5.
Oh, the
but
banana
they want to
fight.
fight back. Alexi B's been the man for his team. He's been leading by example with 14 kills to his name now, and he doesn't want to stop. But who else but Art to answer back? He finds an opening. Long is theirs for the taking. He's gone in with the sniper. Oh, that's a miss of the one-two. Good reaction, good trade as well. And Issa falling down. That's the last domino they needed.
The A site is under the control of Furia. Alexi B can hear some footsteps, but is it going to be enough information to help him take back control of this round? Alexi slowly working his way through the apartments. Valde coming to back him up. Oh, is this going to be checked by Yuri? He thought he had the drop on him. This gives him an opening. This gives him a chance. Good smoke going out, and nade as well to follow up with some additional damage. It lands quite nicely onto Vinny, but is it going to be enough? Valde's pushing faster with him now as time is ticking away and they are running out. But Henny's going to land the close range shots and Furia clear it out. OG now can't get it done, and we're at an 8-6 scoreline on the T side for Furia.
Furia were 0-5, 0-5 down, and they were able to bounce back and do it in a completely different way than the one they've gone through against G2. This time around, it was through bracket first, and then also off the back of winning some incredible rounds, we have the 3v5 in mind with Art popping off. But this is where you see how many strings they can pay off of. They are not a one-dimensional team anymore, James. These days are over. They're a complete team on Inferno.
Yeah, there's never a point when I see Furia play Inferno, even when it's looking bad, that I don't think they can come back from it. They've just got that ability. Oh, okay, Serrano taking some damage. Some pressure is being applied to him. Nice stuff from Alexi. He took the risk and it paid off. Through the smoke, Vinny goes down.
He's got 16 kills already.
But it is really living and dying with Valde. Oh, wow. So much damage done towards Issa. Oh, no, Mantu's taking it as well. Oh, this is not good for the OG players on the A site. They may have picked up these opening kills, but a couple of players so softened up now. Oh, and Issa, he stays around for too long. He didn't back away. And he gives Furia more of an opportunity in a round like this.
He wanted to play the mind games, James. He wanted to stay around, because why would you? And there we have it, Yuri finding so much impact, so much damage through.
And what's Mantu's health? 60, okay, it's not so bad, but he still took a bit of damage from it. Valde's low as well. Furia gearing up to potentially take the A site, while we've got Keserato more towards B. He's going to try and sell the fake and keep the players on the site. Oh, MBK, he can be the difference maker on this, though. He's in front of it. He's got the MP9. He starts spraying. Oh, but it doesn't work out in the timing. And Mantu, he gets ticked up some more. The nade's going to finish him off. But he just escapes. 8 health and a dream. No. Henny comes in. The headshot landed as Mantu wanted to play it out. And with 7 seconds to go, they're still going to get the plant. And Furia are going to try and take this round when they had no business winning it.
Mantu just had to stay alive. I think they would have won only by the timer, but he decided to take the peak, allowing Furia a way back into this game. That could be another round that they turn on its head. Henny again striking on Valde. And what can Alexi B do? He's got 16 kills to his name. He's been putting such a crazy effort, but it might just be for nothing. He's got no kit to play with, he's got no utility, and he doesn't know where they are. If we think about the predictions, if we think about probabilities, he's got no chance, and Henny will put him down.
And look at Henny popping off. This is a Furia that are very happy from a 5-0 deficit to a 9-6 first half.
They took every single mistake OG made and capitalized on it.
Yeah.
In all of these 3v5s, 2v4, whatever the situation, as soon as OG was making one mishap, Furia were on the money. And now they're looking at the barrel of winning or losing the first map, depending on which camp you got. Vinny strikes first, helping out to pull away. That's a good nade, but they're being pressured.
Flashes and smokes going out as well. It has stopped the push. Oh, they're not going to check for Alexi.
Oh, they know.
He can hear the footsteps. Can he play off of this? They know no rotations coming, but Alexi, he can't find it out. Yuri is just dominating the rest of them. What?
I don't understand. I don't understand how do they get out of this situation? By all account, the second Alexi B sees and gives information about the two players from behind, that should be just an instant pincer move. But look at Yuri and his crosser placement. Oh my, this is why he just remains calm, ice cold.
If I'm Alexi, I'm triggered. I'm fully triggered.
But yeah, when he lets them pass by, he must feel, rightfully so, that he's got the round in his hand.
Yeah, it's
Guys,
there.
you have two flankers, you kill them, we go back to A. That should be the idea. But Yuri just strikes in from nowhere with 13 kills and destroys everyone with the USP? That's massive. 10-6, James. I'm losing my mind.
The reason I laughed is because I was like, OG have definitely got this round. And then all of a sudden, of course, Furia managed to make some magic happen like that. It's incredible to watch. It's confusing for sure. But yeah, Alexi was like, okay, we've got this all wrapped up. He passes on the information. He can apply some pressure. No, it doesn't work out. Now we've got more aggression from Furia.
Of course.
And Art and Vinny going to put the MP9s to work.
They're not going to slow down. They have no reason to. Just make money.
Make money, 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 make money. I wish. I wish I had a camera on you just
No, you
then.
don't.
I do.
No one can see make my money move.
Okay, Twitch chat. I just got to witness Maniac shaking his money maker in my face. That is the most enjoyment I've had during this cast.
Look, I'm a complete kind of guy, you know. When you got music going on, I'm in. But if we stick to Counter-Strike now, look, this is a bonus round coming out of Furia. The question is, how do you use these MP9s?
Yep.
OG, they know the situation, so they should be ready for some kind of push. You should expect Furia to take the fight to you. Would that be through Banana? Would that be through apps? It's one of the questions they need to realize. But they need to survive the first 20 seconds.
Wow. Back and forth trade-off with the utility damage coming out. Valdi, though, will start off strong, and that's what Mantu needs to hit. 2 quick headshots. They bust the B site despite 3 players being up towards it. And that's the way you answer back. That's the way you put some pressure back on Furia. Throw some aggression back at them. Rely on your individuals to step up.
Yeah, they did what they had to do. They were taking all these long-range fight, AKs, feet solidly posted on the ground, planted on the floor, and just fire away. Mantu and Valde combining to clear a Banana. It's a perfect start for them. They're not out of the woods quite yet, because Furia will be able to put up a decent buy next round, and this is where the true challenge really starts. But OG, they have sustained at least that wave, the MP9 waves.
Saving on to their weapons here is key, though. And they won't really be pressured in that. The money is fair enough that you can work with here for Furia. Look at this from Mantu. Bop, bop, and then straight onto Henny afterwards. Henny thought he'd have a chance of getting the refrag in there, but that was what you wanted to see. Maybe Mantu missed the mark. CT side with the AWP in hand. He was having a rough spot. Do you know how, the thing is, his scoreline may have looked bad after the first half. He had so many shots that were like 1-2 pixel off that it was looking like it was nearly going to connect.
I know, but what you want to have? You want to have a almost scoreboard?
Hey,
almost 45
I'm trying
kills.
to find some positives for him here, Maniac.
I understand what you're doing. I understand what you're doing. Look at the pace being picked up by OG. Alexi B leading the charge, taking, again, Banana control after 10 seconds. Good nade damage onto Kisserad. They're taking a page out of Furia's book right now.
Yeah.
This is good. They forced them back away.
Play them at their own game. See if they can deal with it. Not many teams try to play Furia at their own game because it gets so scrappy and messy and you can't get in their heads. Maybe Alexi could be the one to work the advantage in that one.
And you can see Furia moving into this round with an idea. Now that they have sustained the damage, they refuse to play the 3-2 split, and they play 4-1, and it just might pay off. OG are gearing up for an A execute, and we have 4 players for Furia together in bracket, and the double pick comes in, and it's a cleanup crew. Art with 2 quick kills. Mantu enters back, but they don't know about Yuri. He could be the linchpin.
Smoke goes down, but now MBK will have some information to play off of. Mantu's actually bested Henny. Mantu's really bringing it out with the AK in hand. MBK wants to reposition. Oh, Mantu. He's got no idea. Yuri can do so much from this position if he wants to work his way up. Mantu's going to go check it, though. Yuri was thinking about moving. Oh, he spots the head. He can't do the damage. If he forces this, there's a lot of players around him. There's also going to be one on the stairs in just a second. Yuri waits for it. That's the bomb. This is huge. Yuri pulling it off. He manages to take him down. Now it's a 2v1 and MBK. He's all alone. They thought they had a way to push in. There's not enough time either.
Oh,
Yuri is the boss.
Can you imagine how many scenarios this could have gone wrong for Yuri? Hiding in that smoke, being half-picked by Mantu, and then he triggers too fast. He shoots too fast, gives away the information, but OG had the bomb behind the lines.
But why did Valde not have the information that Yuri was there? If he didn't hear the shots, fair enough, but someone should have communicated that that was going on.
I agree with you. He needed to have that information, which maybe he had. But I'll go a step further. He needed to have backup. They could not abandon Valde when he's coming in with the bomb. You need to have a buddy system to make sure that the bomb gets across. And Yuri finding that kill is everything they needed. Huge round, but Valde, he wants to fight back now. Gets in here with the AK. Good trading from Vinny. And they double back. They've realized, they've analyzed that they hurt a lot of utilities, and now it's all going to be on 2K Serato.
Fast play from OG again. But can they play Furia at their own game? This is going to be all the time to strike. K Serato still doing it. Loads of damage up there, even if he whiffed the first shots onto MBK. But they've got a time to strike. Vinny's coming around the side, and it's a double peek that comes out from OG. They shut Vinny down. There'll be no flank coming through. And Henny, he's likely to save. There's a couple players low, but does he really want to try and challenge this?
Oh, man. You can just feel the pressure that Furia will put on you. And this round is perfect from OG. They react quickly to the amount of utilities being thrown down Banana. They know that the A side is weak. They go straight for it. But then you have to have someone looking at your back or looking behind you every single time. There's always someone who's going to fight you. There's a timing that's going to be taken by Furia. And everyone in OG just hit their shots right there. It's a good round. But again, I feel pressurized. I'm looking at this game. I think about OG, and I feel the pressure that they have on their shoulders. Yuri here was already hiding, seeking in smoke, and that's the one. That's the timing that you need to be ready for. Great shot from Mantu.
Terrorists win.
No pressure applied. Henny will save onto it, which is key. And OG, we've seen this before, but this is nicer. We saw that trade, right? Vinny came on the flank, up from apartments. They're able to swap around into it. Both go and attack him at the same time, not give him the chance. Had Vinny got a kill there, especially with a couple of players low, this could have been a whole different scenario.
Absolutely.
So OG are playing more together on this. And actually, I'm almost preferring Mantu on this rifle.
He's doing a good job. He's back to 12-12 now. And this is the breaking point for Furia. This could be the breaking point. They only have things. Look at the damage. It's an attack. Vinny strikes in again with the deagle. Oh my God.
How have they got away with this? Valde's tucked away behind. He's so low as well. They're playing with fire. Quite literally when it comes to this 5v3. Valde so low. Alexi looking to back him up. While MBK, well, he's a bit late to the party on all of it. He's just going to join up with the teammates now.
I'd like to see Vinny and Art switch up the positions. They have an MP9 and an AK. Just use the AK for long distance. There you go. Art's got the AK. He's got no reason to stick close to that wall. Vinny can stay with the MP9. That's fine. That's no problem for me. But if you have the rifle, use it to the long distance if you can.
So they'll avoid the flames for now. OG still looking to apply pressure. Molly goes out towards them, and they have to back away. More time being taken off their assault. Another incendiary grenade going out, and OG are just being forced further and further back. They're trying to take control, but it's not working out, and Vinny's position is now huge. He starts off. He's able to do more damage. He pulls out the deagle. He's there, but Art is now in the back lines. It's still a 4v2, and Art can do so much damage. The smoke goes down and Art goes out. More shots delivered and he pulls it off, as always, in a significant fashion. What a statement round coming out from Furia.
I talked about a breaking point for Furia. Well, guess what? I was wrong. That could have been a breaking point for OG. Yeah. They went into this round with the potential, with the idea, with the possibility to shut down Furia, to push them onto a full eco round. But that was before the absolute missiles that they got in their faces. Banana with the nade. Oh, the damage. My God. It's not over for OG. They were able to put together some sort of buy. They have 2 AKs on NBK and Issa, 2 MAC-10s on Valde, and AlexiB, and Mantu's going to stick with the Deagle. That, to me, suggests an apps play. That's usually what you do when you have these 2 MAC-10s. You use them to take space.
Yep.
And Furia, right now, they don't have the best setup for that. They have a bracket-heavy defense. Apps is completely open, so they could get caught off guard. But in the next 10 to 15 seconds, I expect some kind of repositioning. Queserado now moving out.
Yuri again, he has been the final boss time and time again as they push on out. Too many players stuck together.
God.
They're just putting themselves into the meat grinder. And Yuri, he's just taking every single one of them down. Issa lands left on 58 health, but 3 players to find.
And he's been relatively quiet this series, right? And we go back to these win conditions. We talked about the moments where OG were lifting trophies when it happened, right? The games, the huge names they've been taken. Issa was a main part. He was integral in these victories. And now he hasn't really been able to activate himself in that game. On the CT side, I feel like he was challenged a couple of times towards the A side, and he failed most of the times, unfortunately, for OG. And now he's got no chance. Vinny strikes it first. 14-8. And you're talking about meat grinder, man. Yuri, he is so solid with his spray control and his target acquisition. I wish one day I could be able to do that. Well, these days are behind me anyway, but I wish I could have been able to do that.
Alexi trying to work out what he can do here.
I think playing against a Furia that's activated is probably one of the biggest challenges in IGL.
Yeah.
Like how you have to figure out ways to get back into the game.
But it's in rounds that Furia look like they have no business winning, right?
But again, the force buy, we go back to it.
Yeah.
That round should never happen.
Like, we've seen force buys, they can happen, but normally they're like a rare commodity and you go, oh, wow, that was amazing. When it's Furia, we must see 1 per game, at least.
At least.
Yuri just dealing with the smoke push, no problem, more kills going his way. Yuri, we need to put more respect on this kid's name because he continues to deliver.
It's just a reminder that pretty much everyone and anyone on that roster can take over the game whenever. And that makes them a deep lineup, a deep roster. When you don't know where the danger is going to come from, it's not only one player that can do it, but it's multiples. Obviously, Henny, we've seen it many times. Queserado, don't even mention it. One of the most skilled players there are on the Brazilian scene. And then Yuri, at times as well. And when Yuri is activated, you can see the way he looks for the fight.
Yeah.
He is not stopping. We can talk about Art and his aggression, but Yuri is no small fear with that.
Yeah, he's also got that in play for sure.
He's got the moves like Jagger.
It's like you two have got something in common.
No, Yuri. 15-8. Furia again on the brink of showing us a good Inferno, but it starts bad. All good if you're an OG fan, depend. NBK finding that kill onto Yuri. That's a good target to put down.
Yeah, I would be happy with that.
You can take the deal.
Still got Art and Vinny on the site though. Queserado's already moved on over. Art is even looking to come into this. OG really selling this A hit, but there's still plenty of time for them to fall back. Oh, they start to spray through this. Oh, surely yes. Mantu needs to keep checking this. Art cannot just be able to walk in, and he finds himself the kill. Henny's there as well. Valde spraying it out, and Issa, he's there to back him up. He's there to help. Issa takes further damage from Art, but OG are staying alive in this one. Art grabs his AWP. He runs the hell out of there, and he doesn't want to take this fight anymore. He may try and do some damage, but at what cost? He cannot lose this AWP.
They don't have so much money, so he should be careful. Mindful of the consequences if he drops that AWP, right?
Yuri's completely broke.
Well, finally, a round that starts off great for OG. Finding Yuri at the edge of that smoke in the apps from NBK. That was a good pickup, and then they just press the advantage they have. Good trading, good spacing on the A side. They attack through long. Art finds 1 kill, bursting out of the smoke, but that's not enough, and he loses the AWP. Now I'm keeping an eye on the money, and Henny could decide to drop one, but he would be naked.
Did Alexi pick that up, that orb?
We'll see in a couple of seconds. That's the case.
Hey, didn't pick it up. Interesting. Okay, so T-side, they don't want Man2 with the orb in his hand. It's going to be rifles.
It
It looked like he went for it. It looked like he ran for it and tried to get it done.
Good nade from Valde. Oh, look at this. He can line them up.
Oh, wow.
I thought that was going to be it. I thought Valde would destroy them. That's also a lot of information. And this is why we see Furia reacting the way they do. They know they have given a lot of information to OG, but they're not acting on it. So Furia's actually playing themselves in this round. They expected a quick redirect to B, but that's not the case.
And no one is in A right now, just to be clear. We have weapons and utility, and no one on the A site. Art has fallen early on. He traded out for Valde.
This is free real estate.
Just one of you go to A, maybe. Just one.
Biddy, he's got people behind, and he lines them up with the bomb and the famous.
What?
No, OG, you're going to go back and watch that VOD and kick yourself. Because the A side was all in.
They had no idea. You couldn't know.
They couldn't know, to be fair.
No.
They couldn't know. I'm not going to put that on their shoulders.
It's just like, you know, when we can see everything and you just go,
I know,
what is
I know.
this? What? I was calling for Furia to have at least one player go A. I thought OG would work out it's empty and just rush through, but Vinny pulled something off like that. Well, this is a battle back at least, but time's already running low. They've still got to fight for the bomb. No one's trying to flank the guys here, even though Henny's looking for it.
And they can't
move. It's just being spammed up. MBK's down as well. 36 health. And Kaserai's position, he's good for one. But no, MBK, that's a huge pickup. But it's just not enough time. He's got the bomb. Henny's already in A.
That's it.
GG.
If Henny plays it smart and with the timer, I don't think mathematically Isa can win this round.
Flash. Henny sealing the deal with the final kill. A great round coming out from Furia.